Black people, let me talk to you today. Listen, man, we're at the bottom of the financial totem pole in this country in every category except spending. I don't care what category you bring up other than spending money, we're at the bottom of it. Bottom of it. Black men, guess what? You're at the bottom of the income bracket. You got 6% of black men that make over $100,000 a year. 6%. Nothing burger. Nothing burger. 6% of us make over $100,000 a year. Guess what the average median net worth is for black families? $44,000. For other families, $280-something thousand. Median net worth, $44,000. Zero. That's basically zero. That's basically no net worth. But we running around here doing what? Fighting battles that we can't win. We online. The average American spends at least 4 hours a day of their 8-hour workday online, fighting battles. Silly stuff. Looking at food vlogs, you know, in the favorite entertainer, the favorite athlete business. But yet and still, black folks, we control 3% of the wealth. Nothing burger. When are we going to change this? Or are we content to just sit here and have nothing? 400 years ago, our ancestors were brought here against their will. And they paid the ultimate price to put us in a position that we could be free. And what do? We still in bondage. We're in financial bondage. We're in spiritual bondage. We're in health bondage. We're in mental bondage. We're in relationship bondage. When are we going to get sick and tired of being in all this bondage? When are we going to get tired of making all these excuses? When? Haven't we figured out ain't nobody in this country care about us? And I'm not saying it's not a great country. I'm a proud American, but I also understand what America is. See, here in America, these people, listen, this country is all about what? Taking advantage of the opportunities that are presented to you. That's what it's all about in this country. Now, don't get me wrong. The majority in this country control everything. The minority controls basically nothing. But here's the thing. You can change that. But you got to start thinking differently. We got to start thinking differently. Remember, I talked about we're at the bottom in every category but spending. I said that. Here's what I'm talking about. Black Americans are going to spend $2 trillion in 2025. $2 trillion with a T. But yet and still, we control 3% of the wealth. Guys, the math ain't mathing. And here's the reason why it ain't mathing. See, that $2 trillion, we're spending it all on the wrong things. See, that ain't got nothing to do with other groups of people. That's us. See, we can sit here and blame other groups of people, because we will do that now. We'll sit here and blame other groups of people for our plight. And don't get me wrong. There's some evidence of that. But when we talk about this $2 trillion we're spending, we can't make no excuses and blame nobody for how we spending that $2 trillion. We spending that $2 trillion on things that do not build wealth for us. Clearly it doesn't, because we would have more than 3% of the wealth in this country. So if that $2 trillion was being spent on, or invested the right way, we'd be higher up the totem pole. We're at the bottom of the totem pole because we spent it all the wrong way. We have to change that in 2026. We got to stop making excuses, and we got to change our spending habits. If we don't, we're never going to get to the level we want to get to in this country. Because let me tell you something, this country don't care. Listen, man, these other groups of people, great for them. They've taken the bull by the horn. They control 97% of the wealth. Now, some of us may sit here and say, you know something, Richard? Well, we got a late start. We got a late start because of slavery. We got a late start because of the Jim Crow laws. We got a late start because of redlining. Yeah, we did. But don't nobody care about that. Now, we should care about it, but don't know nobody else care about it. You do know that, right? Us trying to force other groups of people to care about our plight, it's never going to happen, guys. It's never going to happen that somebody going to care about what happened to us 400 years ago, our ancestors. People don't care. Now, we should care, but other folks don't care. We should care. We should be saying to ourselves, our ancestors paid the ultimate price for us to be in this country and be free. We should utilize that to our advantage. No one's going to give us reparations. I know that's controversial, but let me tell you right now, ain't nobody going to give us reparations. These folks rather blow up the whole planet than give us reparations. You do understand that, right? But see, when you know that, you don't get angry about it. You use that to your advantage. See, the thing is we're too emotional as black people. We're very emotional all the freaking time. 24 hours a day, we're emotional. We got to be more logical, guys. We're too emotional on every subject, especially wealth. We're very emotional. And we got to figure out a way to get outside of this emotional state that we're in all the time and start being more logical. See, logical thinking says, listen, we're spending $2 trillion. We are one of the most sought after consumer in the world, black people. We're one of the most sought after consumer groups in the world because they know we spend. Problem is we spend it all on the wrong things.